Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Salty Walty in the Gundam ground type. Ground type's still pretty good. This is a 350 round, I believe, so that would make this the level 2 ground type. Because, yeah, ground type comes in at 300, Easy 8 comes in at 350. That sounds right, so we'll go with it. He's using the beam rifle, which is not bad. It is a little underpowered at this point. Could probably use a buff, but, well, hopefully that will be, maybe that will be in the May round of buffs. I hope so. But it's, as you can see, yeah, charge shot only did 1300 to a support. It'll do more if he can get a hold of the Ifrit Noct that just went right past him. But also there's the Gelgug, which he hit for about 1600. That's a little better. Again, still, compared to a lot of other beam rifles, I feel like it's a little bit on the light side, but especially when you consider the standard Gelgug also comes in at 350, and that beam rifle hits like a truck. That said, the 350 Gelgug does not have as much power to push it as the early production does, and also it has more weaknesses, I think, than the Gundam ground type, which decent stats all around, as I recall. I'll have to say as I recall, because it may have been a buff or two ago since I played it for one, and for another, just it's been forever since I played it, so I don't know, but. See, so far so good. 2125 to 905, and yeah, if I sound a little bit out of it, I apologize. That's because I am. I fell asleep at my desk, so that is like I've said before, when I can get the random sleepiness thing under control, G Generation Genesis will probably come back. I'm just, I've got to get a sleep study set up, but there's like only one place around that takes, my insurance, and it is a ways away. So, yeah, but, yep, just holding, here, everybody's like holding on the far side of the bridge, waiting for somebody to try and pop over. If they all hold perfectly still, yeah, there's like one person moving back there. Looks like the Noct found them first, which is kind of a shame, because yeah, that could have worked great. Because I don't know how well this is known. I mention it every so often, but I've done a lot of these, and it could have slipped by newer players in particular. If you hold perfectly still for about 5 seconds, you will drop off of the enemy radar, unless you are marked by something with a camera weapon. So, yeah, good kill there. Salty managed to corner somebody in that little crook of the bridge and take him out. And here is that aforementioned Gelgug, which, yeah, perfect timing there. Managed to keep it from hitting the gun cannon Aqua. And Salty and the Aqua also did a very good job of not hitting each other, which that is a trick. That's one of those things I talk about sometimes. Just the better you know your spacing, the more you can. It's not just the better you know your spacing and your weapons hitboxes. You can land hits before other people know it's possible to land hits, and you can work with your team more closely because you can. Hopefully, nobody has a 100% success rate with this, frankly, but hopefully shoot around them, stab around them, do all the things you have to do to get the damage in without stunning your team and, giving the enemy openings. It's difficult. It takes practice. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't always work, but it's worth doing. Let's see. There's that Gelgug again. It was after the gun cannon Aqua. It is now after a small patch of ground here. And, let's see, didn't quite have time to finish it off. Even if the downswing had taken, it would have hit the shield, so probably it'd be still alive. It did manage to tackle through Salty's shot, but that left it wide open for a counter tackle, and it's gone. Ground type does, I believe, get a little bit of a tackle bonus from its shield. I don't think even though it's the same shield, it's not as strong a tackle bonus as the Gym ground type gets, to my recollection, but it's pretty good. I may be wrong on that. As always, anything that I have managed to misremember, especially at like 2 in the morning, please, let me know. But, let's see. Yeah, now... Oh man, I've gotten killed in this specific corner so many times. Let's see. Basically, all you can do is what Salty is doing, which is, try and find some kind of opening to do something, and do as much damage as you can on your way out the door. Because, yeah, that's a tough position to be in. Looks like the Noct took some good hits, though, so hopefully they'll be able to finish that off shortly. Team is a little spread out, but they've got enough of an advantage that I don't think it's fatal. Zaku Stutzer's the one that's, like, especially just off on its own. Let's see. But yeah, 7780 to 4210, not a bad position to be in. And, let's see. Yep, that looks like it's going to be a kill for Salty. Yep, Chest Vulcans are going to take that freed out. I feel like the Chest Vulcans on the ground type in particular could be buffed. They always seemed better than they are here when they were used in 8th MS team. And there's not a lot of things at the 300 range with super strong Vulcans. I think that could be a having a built-in, high-powered Vulcan machine gun type boost fire weapon could be a good niche for the Gundam ground. But that's just my opinion. We'll, if they do decide to buff it, we'll see what they get. Let's see. Yep, that Noct is trying to escape, or actually no, it's deciding to still fight, which, again, Vulcans being what they are, even if you even if they're not incredibly strong, they're that'll take you out when you have no health. That's kind of what they're best at. Just, yeah. Again, I love weapons you can use while boosting, because you can be killing somebody on the enemy team while getting yourself out of trouble, which is, a great combination when you can manage it. So, okay, and let's see. Yep. Trying to get to the gun cannon, but the Noct was behind him. Now everybody's working on the Noct, except for the other Efreet, which is trying to fight Salty through the Noct. I don't think that's going to work either, but yeah, yep, I was about to say, even the ground type's beam rifle, with type advantage is going to be enough to get through that. So, and there is the standard Efreet, big swing. Does he have time to kill it? I hope so. And boom. No. Iframes. That's okay. Still had a fantastic round, and we'll see the stats to that in a moment. But, okay. Also, I like the red on the Gundam ground. Looks pretty good. 4,000 points out of 10,000. I'd say that's really solid. Let's see. And, yeah, 10-1. Excellent round. So, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. As always, when I run videos from friends who have YouTube channels, the link is in the description, so check it out. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! So this seems inadvertently like the perfect place to talk about a game I wound up playing recently. I got a copy of Salt and Sanctuary through the Humble Bundle that was up the last couple of weeks, and it is basically a 2D Dark Souls style game, and it's really well done, and it's just, I like 2D games. I'm better with those than 3D games in general, I feel like. And yeah, it feels really good. The level design is really solid. There's a lot to do. I've finished it once, and I'm thinking about taking other classes back in and trying different combinations of things. So, really happy with that. Also got the sequel, Salt and Sacrifice, for the PS5 on sale. It's not quite hitting me as well as Sanctuary did, but it's still pretty solidly done. So, and just amazingly, it's done by like a It was created by a two-person team, two-person company. If you remember the game, I made a game with zombies in it for the Xbox 360. The Assault and Sanctuary is actually by the same people. So, yeah, I'm enjoying those. It is recommended if you see it on sale or if it goes on like PlayStation Plus or something. It's worth a look.